Mike McCool here with the Royal Examiner, and today I'm over at the home of A&P Builders, which is over on Warren Avenue and 3rd Street, I believe it is, right across from the post office.
Okay.
It's one of those places that you just drive right by and no one sees you. And we're going to hope that everybody tells you. And at the end of this little talk, we'll tell you why you're going to know about them. All right? So I want you to meet Perry Leach and his lovely wife, Holly Leach. And I just found out they have 5 children, so that's great. And I've asked, tell us about how long you've been in business.
We've been in business, we went in business in 2000, and we've been in business now for 20 years. On Saturday will be our 20th year anniversary. And what we do is home improvements, only home improvements. We don't do any new house building. We have a lot of fun doing what we do because we transform people's spaces into a space that they actually want, because most of the people who call us want something different than what they have without having the hassle of having to move.
Oh, moving
because
is a pain. You remind me of that TV show Love It or Leave It. It's kind of what you do, isn't it? I mean, in a way,
yes.
Except you don't want them to leave. You want them to stay right there.
Our motto is why move, improve.
Why move, improve? That's really I like it. It's catchy. Like I said, I look at some of those renovations and they only do small. Take little bites. And you mentioned you've had customers that just keep coming back and keep coming back, and that's what you do. You just keep improving, and the little ones grow up, and I need a little more space and knock out a wall here and renovate. And
that's exactly what we do. I mean, we specialize in additions. So we can transform a house from 3 bedrooms to 6 bedrooms if that's what you'd like. We've done everywhere from 3-story additions with elevators in them, all the way down to small breakfast nooks. So, and it's all conformed so that it actually looks like it grew with the house. It belonged there for the whole time.
That's the trick. I've seen some of these additions around, and you're thinking, man, some jackleg did that work.
It's an afterthought. Right?
That's an afterthought. It doesn't match the house. And it just doesn't look right. I mean, it's a completely different style of home hooked together. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
we don't like
looks
that.
like a Band-Aid, basically.
It's a Band-Aid on it. Yeah, the inside you got more space, but down the road when it comes time to have resale value, it just goes in the tank. I think it's that curb appeal just disappeared.
Yes.
And it's important to make, and I've seen a lot of improvements that I didn't know that was added on to. You couldn't even tell. And other ones, like you said, it's a Band-Aid. So it's good to know somebody's going to do it right.
Right. We pride ourselves on our quality and our price. We keep ourselves as up to date as possible on new trends so that we sort of help the people with what they want. We get their ideas and then we sort of transform them in order to make sure that we're making the space that they actually want. It's a little bit more work than just going in and saying, hey, what do you want, and giving them exactly what they tell you, because sometimes they don't know what they want.
I was just going to say, that's one of my things in our business. They ask for one thing, they ask for blue, but I think they need green. You know what I mean? And people say, just give them what they want. I said, yeah, but they won't be happy with that. At least let's talk about other options. And it reminded me when you're talking about these TV shows, are you the design element in a lot of these projects, or do you just put your 2 cents worth in? Or
Actually, Perry has a vision. He's always had a wonderful vision, and people really glean to him and his personality and his ideas. I'm more on the back end with
You count the money?
the business operations, and Perry obviously is by my side with that. But
Good.
His vision for the design, and customers are always very happy, and it's a word of mouth really that gets us through.
That's
People
great.
refer us very often.
I can remember when I was looking for a home, and you go in through the garage, and instead of going into the kitchen's on the other side of the house. I said, well, some man must have designed that house, you know what I mean? Or the bathrooms in the kitchen. I mean, it was just crazy floor plans that these guys put together. They don't flow. They don't think about it. But boy, I can get the square footage up, and I can get, it doesn't flow is everything in the design. So I really like watching these. You're transforming people's life one addition at a time. So.
Exactly. And everything else that we do. I mean, we gather information. My job is to go out and gather as much information from the customer on what their want and desire is, and then to transform that space and sort of make it what they want, but also give them ideas of, hey, maybe
what it could be, maybe even for less money.
Exactly. Or just to try and and get them so that they actually have a good idea of what they want. Because a lot of people know that they want something, they just
Right.
don't know exactly what it is that they want. So
Right.
that's my job. I've been doing it since I've been doing home improvements for almost 30 years, and I've been in the trade. My father was in the trade, my uncles were all in the trade, so I've been in this for a long time. So I see everything built before we actually go out and build it. I can see it in my mind how it's going to transform. So I can walk through the entire phase with the customer and really give them a good feeling of what they're going to be getting. It's my job to go out and paint the picture before we actually take steps
I've
to
done
do the
I've done
job.
several additions and things over the years, and I can remember talking to my mason, and I said, "Well, I want this." He said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "Well, what do you suggest?" "Well, I only do what you want." I mean, so I thought, well, wait a minute, I don't know what you can do with these bricks. You know, what can you do? Give
Little
me some
insight would
ideas.
be nice,
And some
yes.
people just don't have that vision. They can build, if you put it on a piece of paper, they can build it, but they can't.
They don't have the vision.
They can't, see it in their mind's eye and then transform that into reality.
Right.
And it sounds like, Perry, that's what your expertise is.
He's very good at that.
That is my job. My job is, like I said, to make it exactly what you want and to sort of give you the helping hand to get it to that point.
Well, that'll be definitely a thing that's lacking in the building trade, I would think, for people to be able to do that. So it's far and few between. Glad I met you. Glad I met you, Holly. I know that you, if you want to find out more, check out the Royal Examiner. You'll see their ad on there. Just click on that. Takes you over to your website.
Yes, sir.
And through your Facebook page, and you'll be able to find out and see the great reviews that they have as well. And I told you to hang on to the end because you're going to find out how you know these people. They, like he's building homes and remodeling a home isn't enough. If you've heard about the Shenandoah Valley Axe Throwing Company, that's these guys. And so you'll be seeing more of it. Our cameras will be over here when they get opened up March 7th, right?
March 7th,
March 7th.
yes.
So big dues, this is located right behind the government center, right across from the post office. So on March 7th, when you see the street closed and the band's playing and all the other stuff going on, you'll know you're at the right place. March 7th. So be sure you mark your calendar for that.
Absolutely.
Check out their website, because if you're ever in the market of any kind of renovations, repairs,
Anything that you can do to your house, we can do. Anything that you want done. So
you're the guy.
We're the guys.
You're the guy.
Yep.
If you can't do it, you know a guy that can.
If I can't do it, I know a lot of people who can.
Well, it was nice meeting you again,
You too.
and
Thank
so we'll see you again. We'll be back here for your grand opening on the Shenandoah Valley Axe Throwing, and the facility looks pretty cool. I'm going to have to try it.
It is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of
addicting.
fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
So when you knock the wall down, they'll be able to put it back up.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. So
I know, that's great. Well, again, thanks again. Appreciate it, and we'll be back on March 7th.
fantastic. Thank you very much.